what has brought newt boxes. They're little geckos, and they crawl around. No, what
I
has
would pay
brought
for those. I would be buying newt boxes.
Hey, it's the VGBits BitCast. This is episode 6.
6 already.
We've did 6 now.
It's a month and a half.
It's a month and a half. Well, we had some lag in between at some of those points, but things are working now. Today, we are joined by UberQuest creator, co-creator, artist extraordinaire, Skid,
me,
also known as Michael.
Yes, hello everybody.
Also, by the way, I'm Daniel, and of course, with us as always, I don't know what you are today. You're the
bearded one.
The beard of bass. We'll call you that beard of bass today. You are the beard of bass. It's TJ. It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, we weren't even supposed to be here.
We weren't. The last minute podcast that we were able to pull off and have Skid join us on very short notice. In fact, he was supposed to be joining us next week, but he was kind enough to join us right now.
It's because I'm a nice guy.
It's very magnanimous of him.
That's very magnanimous.
Don't you come in here and use all your gigantic words.
That's my favorite word.
It's magnanimous.
I use it in PUBG a lot.
He does. I can vouch for that. Every time I'm like, hey, I found a 4-time stroke for you. He's like, that was very magnanimous of you. Like, you're welcome, I guess.
Oh, goodness. Oh, so this week, well, how about we start it off? TJ, what have you been doing this week?
Working.
Working, huh?
Yeah, I did not do anything game related. Oh, no, that's not true.
Lying to us.
Yeah, last week, Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
I had the Made in Korea bundle out for mobile games, and I play mobile games a lot because I'm on the road all the time. So, let's see, what were the games that there was? One game. Really, the only game that mattered that came out was called Sally's Law.
Sally's Law?
It's a really, really cool concept. Like, all the games are kind of neat, but they're all... They felt like they were thrown in because they needed to fill up that bundle. Not to say they weren't good, they were still good games, but Sally's Law really kind of like, to me, was the one that was the game that I enjoyed the most. Like, I installed all of them and then promptly only played this one. Mm-hmm. So basically what it is you start out, you play a ball character. It's a 2D platformer. You move forward at a steady pace. You can't control your speed, you can't go back. The only thing you control is your jump. So you just jump to get over obstacles. Well, the whole time you're playing, obstacles are moving out of the way. Like, there'll be walls, you'll be coming up to them, and they'll just move out of your way. So the game feels like it's holding. It's basically the opposite of Murphy's Law. Anything that can go right will go right.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
So, after you play that for a while, you then play Sally's father, who basically is looking out for his daughter. So, above her, like, you have Sally playing on the bottom. Like, it'll show you what you did, because you play as Sally first in the level. And then you play as her father, which you have to go through and hit all the triggers for the doors for her. And also clear any obstacles that will hurt her. So it's a really cool concept. The music's nice, the story's nice. I don't want to ruin the story if anyone wants to play it. It's a good story. I'm about, I think, maybe a quarter way in the game. Maybe farther. I don't know how big the game is, but it's really nice.
That actually sounds really interesting.
I was going to say, I've never heard of this. Michael, have you ever heard of this game before?
I have not. That's the first time I've heard of it.
I know it's on Android. I don't know if it's on iTunes, but it's called Sally's Law, and I totally recommend it.
Sally's Law.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a Hearthstone card. They have, it's Officer Sally. It explodes and does 1 damage or whatever the max damage is per the card across the entire board to all characters. So that's what you've been doing this week, has been playing Sally's Law and a whole bunch of driving.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Well, fortunately and unfortunately at the same time, so kind of works together. Michael, what have you been up to?
Well, pretty much the same thing. Working, streaming. Like, I stream to Twitch usually now. I usually don't record for YouTube anymore. I just do streaming because editing takes a long time. Mm-hmm. And I just don't have the time to devote to editing. So streaming is a lot easier. But regarding that little pack that you found that you were talking about on Humble Bundle,
Yeah.
I disagree with your statement that all of them are good.
No, you're right. They're not all good. They're okay. They're playable, but some of them are just like, I'm not playing this more than 30 seconds.
I was talked into getting it from a friend because they wanted me to play this game called Worm Unlimited.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sorry, it's not good.
No, it's not good. I talked about this last week.
Yeah.
I hate that game so much. Yeah.
It's boring.
It's so boring. Yeah, that's the Endless RPG bundle. That one comes with all of the Borderlands, Guild of Engineering, and I think something else. Yeah. But yeah, Worm, totally garbage.
But besides that, the games I've been streaming, I just recently finished Legend of Zelda, like the NES Zelda randomized.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
And then I'm playing A Link to the Past randomized ROM hack.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so the randomized ROM hack, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, is where they randomize the location of the dungeons.
This ROM hack that I used for the 8-bit, the original NES Zelda, it allows you to randomize like pretty much whatever you want.
Oh.
But in the randomizer, I chose it to randomize what is randomized, basically.
Randomize the randomization.
Yes. And so it was a complete surprise to me what would happen. So what happened is all the dungeon locations were switched, all the shop locations were switched, all the choose one anything, all the secret to everybody, all the pay for their door repair charges, all of it were switched around everywhere.
Oh,
wow.
And not only that, but all the dungeons, when you did find them, the dungeon layouts were, I mean, obviously the map is the same, but the rooms were switched arothe and randomized.
Oh my god.
So you could actually like go into the next room and find the Triforce room. But all the items were also randomized. So the Triforce room may hold like a key or bombs.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
It was insane. It was fun though. It was super fun playing it. It felt like playing Zelda for the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be like just experiencing it all over again.
That's what it felt like.
I think I was thinking more along the lines of like the hard mode in the original Legend of Zelda, where you use Zelda as the name. And
like
it would
Second Quest,
change everything up. Yeah, Second Quest. I think that's what I was thinking of when you said randomizer, because I had seen that you'd uploaded it, and I was like, randomizer? Is it this?
It's super good. I would recommend giving it a shot if you're in the mood to play. Like if you're in the mood to kind of experience Zelda brand new. And I think one of the options that didn't end up getting checked on mine allows the game. Now, I'm not sure, don't take my word for this, but I think one of the options in the randomizer allows the game to select a random bush or rock in the world that you can burn or explode. So basically, it randomizes all the bombable walls, burnable walls.
Wow.
Burning rocks. Wouldn't that be... You just go up and you start setting fire to the entire rock wall.
I don't think it does
whole
that.
Fucking game.
I don't think it does that. It just randomizes the locations of the bombable walls.
That'd just be a little firebug then.
That'd be weird.
I'd be burning down all the rocks. Just look at all the rocks that are burned down. Yeah, I did that.
That would be super weird.
That'd be hilarious. Well, this week... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was going to say, just to finish it off, I was going to say it took all of my knowledge from playing Zelda to remember where all the bombable spots were, because any spot in the game could have been a dungeon. Like, I found level 2 near the Lost Woods, and I was like, this is not right.
Oh, could you imagine having to go through the graveyard? Oh, did it randomize the pattern for the graveyard? To get to the graveyard thingy?
It did not randomize the pattern for the graveyard.
Oh God! Could you imagine how bad that would have been if it had?
It would have been awful.
Left down, left up. It's like, now I got to go up 40 times. Oh no!
No, it didn't randomize that. That would have been awful.
Oh man!
But
it's like, how do I beat this?
But okay. Do you recall when you played Zelda?
Mm-hmm.
You start off right there next to the wooden sword cave.
Yes.
You can even randomize that where the wooden sword place is, but I didn't. Anyway, you walk up, and then you walk left, and there's like a hole in the wall that leads to a shop where you can buy like a blue candle and a key and a heart or something.
Yeah.
That cave was level 4 to me.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. That's how randomized it gets. Anyway, that's enough of that. Sorry about that.
That sounds super cool. I was wanting to watch those, but I never had a chance to.
You should check it out when you get a chance. They're still
We're
uploading.
definitely going to have to look at that and see.
Super fun.
Watch that. So this week for myself, a lot of work getting used to the new job. It's kind of a different thing, so I won't go into much about that, but I will talk about some of the other things that he did this weekend. Courtney and myself, and Courtney's been on the podcast a couple of times for all y'all who happen to, she's the one who likes the coffee, who's always only here for coffee. She's not with us this week because, well, not enough coffee. So we went to a Halloween party on Friday. Okay. And it was one of our coworkers that had putting it on, which I don't know any of her coworkers, so yay, this is going to be interesting. Went to the Halloween party. Things were pretty good. It was actually a really good party. Played a little bit of beer pong. Courtney got hammered. Way hammered. So much so, if you've ever gotten hammered to the point where you're so exhausted, but the entire room is spinning.
Been there.
Yeah. This is the level of hammered. She had never experienced this level of hammered before. So it was hilarious just watching her lay on the ground. And I was like, just go throw up. You'll feel all better. Just watch her crawl across the ground, pulling herself to the toilet. I was like, are you going to be okay? I hate this. I don't do this again. It's like, yeah, you learned your lesson now, didn't you?
It's a hard lesson to learn.
She paid for it all day yesterday, too. So, by the way, this is Sunday when we're recording this, not Saturday as normal. But one of the things we played while we were at the party was the Jackbox Party Pack 3. Mm-hmm. And it's still as fun as it ever was. We only played the trivia, murder party mystery, or murder mystery party trivia, or whatever it's called. Dagnammit. There's too many in it.
Yeah.
We've played. I know I've played it with you, TJ. Michael, have you ever played the murder party mystery pack?
I have. Yeah, I played it with you guys before.
Yeah, I think it's one we streamed.
Well, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was a while back, but I remember playing it with you guys.
Okay. So that was pretty much my gaming content for the weekend. I played a couple of rounds of that at the party, and I didn't make any friends doing that.
Did you beat that ass?
Way too hard. I at one point the last game of the night I missed one question and that was it.
There you go.
And I was like, I am not doing any good by doing this. So I think I'm just going to kind of put it down and walk away. I was like, I got to finish my grocery list right quick. Let me walk away from this situation before it gets worse. But I did suck at beer pong. Holy crap, did I suck.
Okay, then you played beer pong.
Yeah, well, I didn't drink a whole lot because I was driving.
Yeah.
I was being responsible.
There you go.
But their punch was super stiff.
Was it?
Oh my God. I think it was like 90% alcohol, 10% sugar or something.
Oh man.
Whoa. It was stiff, but that was my Friday, and Saturday I ended up editing all day Saturday. Mm-hmm. As you can see, I uploaded TNC Surf Design.
Yeah, I was just playing on the video right now.
Yep, it's in the background right now for our video for the podcast.
Yeah, we're not actually playing that right now. It's just it looks like that.
No, I figured it is the one. It is okay. The skateboarding portion is the good game.
Okay, yeah, well played. half decent game. How about that?
Yeah, half of it is a good game. The surfing, I just don't understand what the hell you're supposed to do.
Why can a plane hit you? There's some low-flying aircraft that we need to speak with the FAA.
Flying really low.
I still love the inner tube. I think my inner tube theory is dead on this.
Yeah, I agree.
That it's the opposing player. Yeah, it has to be. It's too close. See, you just Monkey Man just running by right now in a tube. But so I did the TNC Surf design and uploaded it this weekend. So please, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It is enjoyable. Poor TJ had some rough time.
Listen, I think we need to just go ahead and put this out there. Anytime we play a game like this, I'm going to be the worst at it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Is this the new 8-bit challenge?
This is the latest 8-bit challenge that was released.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to check that out.
Okay.
Well, then, spoiler, I lost.
I didn't expect anything else.
It's okay. Well, you could. The surprise will be by how much of a margin he lost by. We did a point battle in this one.
It's a little upsetting.
Okay, we'll see.
Anyways.
So yeah. Anyways, and I also went ahead and for next week, in the awesomeness of Halloween, the Halloween episode is scheduled to go live.
Yep.
On the 28th. So, look forward to that. That is going to be awesome.
That's a good episode.
It is one of the best.
I don't play. I commentate.
Yes. Spoiler, it's a little bit of an adventure mode game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's one player.
So, that was this week in, I guess, this week in our week.
Yeah.
We want to talk about some news.
Man, that's all I've got is news.
I know. News is what? Did you say nude?
Nudes?
No,
Nudes?
I said dude.
Oh, I thought you said nudes. I was like, send
Dudes!
nudes.
No, dude. I was saying dude. This week, Friday, I am so hype.
What's up?
What's up?
The 27th.
Oh, there's a
Odyssey.
shitload of... There's a thousand.
Oh, yeah. We've been talking about Odyssey for the past 2 weeks now.
I'm sorry. I'm so hyped for it.
I
can't even tell you.
I am totally ready. My body is ready for Mario Odyssey. As you can see, it's fat and round, as all I do is sit in front of video games. So I am prepared. I have had it on pre-order since July.
Yes.
So
anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine, because it's going to...
we're going to talk all about this stuff anyway.
There's a lot coming out next week.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's gonna
You got Odyssey,
Destiny
Wolfenstein
2?
2, Destiny 2. There's a bunch of other stuff, too, which I can't think of because it's not that important.
Stranger Things season 2.
Things 2. Yeah, season 2 is coming out next week, week 2, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Have you seen that, Daniel?
Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I have not.
You totally should. It's really good. I didn't like it at first, but it kind of warmed up to me.
It warmed up to you, or did you warm up to it?
Either way.
Just saddled up next to you, like, "Hey, how you doing, DJ?"
We got comfortable with each other.
A little intimacy. This goes a long way.
I'm not going to spoil it. You should watch it. If you haven't seen it, I recommend going and seeing it.
All right.
Going and seeing it. It's on Netflix.
Just give it it's free to watch on Netflix. And every single episode of season 2 is released at the same time.
Yeah.
Next week. So
you can just
people are going to be binging the heck out of it. Yeah.
It's typical life is binge watch anything that you can.
Yeah.
Because who has time to actually schedule their schedule around freaking TV?
I usually just wait for the whole seasons to finish and then I watch them.
It's useful.
Yeah.
It's like, because I know I don't have time to sit there and go, I have to watch this on this day because it's coming out at this time.
That and I just don't want cliffhangers. I want to finish. I need closure and I need it now. So that's why I couldn't do Game of Thrones. Also, I kind of hate Game of Thrones.
Never been a Game of Thrones fan.
I read the books and they just got boring. Unpopular opinion. Okay, so one of the things that's happening this week, for if any of y'all are familiar with the Analog NT Mini. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you know about this, Michael? Have you ever heard about the Analog NT Mini?
Was that a mm-hmm?
No, I haven't.
Whoa.
No, he hasn't.
You have not. Okay. The Analog NT Mini is a reproduction of an NES, okay? However, what makes this special is instead of emulating software to emulate the hardware, they've made hardware chips to emulate hardware. Mm-hmm. So it is a legitimate console. It will take cartridges. You plug them in, and it doesn't download the ROM or dump the game and run it in an emulator. It's running the actual game.
In 1080p, mind you.
In 1080p. 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful thing. It's a $500 console.
But it's cast aluminum. Or no, it's
aluminum.
milled aluminum.
It is milled aluminum.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful console.
Yeah.
It's $500. I wish I had one because it would make 8-bit challenges so much easier. But the thing that I want to talk about right now is the Analog NT, the Super NT that is coming out in February. What they've done is they have done what they did with the NES and applied it to the Super NES, and there are colors available, Super Famicom, the original NES.
Black and
there's
white.
a black, and then there's transparent.
Yeah, so smoke gray transparent.
Smoke gray transparent.
And it looks awesome.
This thing reproduces video. If you haven't seen it before, anybody, go take a look at Analog's website and look at the video that they play.
Yeah.
And tell me that is not a beautiful reproduction of a game. It is insane, and it's only $189.
Yeah, they went with the cheaper casing,
plastic.
Yeah,
who knew?
I'll have to check it out.
It's super cool.
It is unbelievable. This is the kind of stuff that just makes me go, "Oh, this is what I've been waiting for." It's like this is what I want. I want my game systems to be classic but new at the same time. Kind of like how the NES, the Nintendo has released their Super NES Classic here recently.
And what a great time for them to release the Super NT.
No kidding. With the the NES Super NES Classic coming out.
Yeah. So everyone's like, yeah, I love these games, but I want to play, Killer Instinct again. And I have it. But I don't have a good console anymore.
Yeah. Now you can have one.
Now you can have one. And the controllers are Bluetooth.
Oh, the 8-bit DO controllers.
Yeah.
Are all wireless, so it is kind of neat.
20-hour battery life.
20-hour battery life. So I am excited about that.
Me too. I almost pre-ordered.
I am now also excited about it.
That was one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I had just thought about that. I was like, oh, we should definitely talk about this because it's just video quality.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not fuzzy. There's no fuzzy at all. It's all sharp pixels. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No, not you, just you. It's really, 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 really. I'm trying to communicate and look up something.
Here, while you're looking up stuff, how about we talk about real quickly, because we discussed this last week, Michael, and I want to get your opinion on this, is loot boxes in games. We've seemed to hit another hot topic this week on loot boxes in games. What's your opinion on loot boxes in games? Like, dislike?
I love them. I love spending money on items that I can... No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, holy shit.
I was like, oh yeah, here we go.
No, I'm shitting everybody. I can't stand loot boxes. I mean, they're okay. Like, Overwatch does it okay.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to spend money to get them. Like, they usually give them to you fairly regularly, and they're just cosmetic.
Yeah.
But if it's pay to win, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the things lately. Is last week that we discussed was we came to the consensus that Blizzard does it right with Overwatch. That's fine. But everybody else who seems to have this idea that loot boxes need to be a thing for every single game, like even like adventure games. Shadow of War, that's just recently come out, has loot boxes. A game that doesn't need loot boxes.
Yeah.
Forza 7 has loot boxes. It's a fucking racing game.
Yeah. Racing sim or arcade sim. No, the loot boxes have no place in that. They need to be thrown away.
It's terrifying. So, hold on one second. I'm sort of losing you. We're still having internet issues. So, what did you say?
Oh no, did we lose them? Our internet's been so good lately.
I don't know. You there?
Michael, come back.
No.
You can blame it all on me.
Hello.
Hey, there he is. All right, we're back. Yeah, I can see it now. We got the death spinning circle on our YouTube video.
Oh,
that
no,
we're
wow. We
playing
really
in the
did
back.
lose internet.
Yeah.
That sucks. It's been so good lately.
Yep. You there, Michael?
Nah, he ain't there.
No, he is lost.
Yeah.
Lost in the sauce.
That's too bad. We'll get him back in a minute.
We'll just wait. What we'll do is we'll have a short interlude. Here's our short interlude. We'll be right back after no messages.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
By anybody.
Okay, we're back after that short, not sponsored, unsponsored interlude because internet sucks.
Brought to you by your favorite ISP.
Yeah, fuck them all. Anyway, we were talking about loot boxes in video games, and I believe I was talking to Michael, and I was fixing to solicit your opinion a little bit more on loot boxes.
Right. What was the last thing you heard me say?
Well, the whole last thing you said, we didn't hear.
Yeah, it's
Like-
probably gone. So probably just start back over from.
You said Overwatch did good,
Yeah,
and then you said something, and then
and then you went beep, gone.
yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I was hoping nobody would find out about me being a robot. But anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Overwatch does it right. And then I was going to say, can you imagine if loot boxes existed back like when we played Insane or Need for Speed?
Oh my
That
god!
would suck.
It would suck. I think that they suck, especially if it's paid to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like CS:GO
Mm-hmm.
or there was another one that I was thinking of.
Battlefront.
I think Battlefront. Oh god, I can't believe they did that with that.
Yeah.
You make a little money, gotta make money somehow. Let's put it on the back of the players.
Pretty much.
So this week, what has brought newt boxes? They're little geckos and they crawl around. No, what
I
has
would pay
brought
for those. I would be buying loot boxes.
what has brought loot boxes back into the news cycle this week is people are calling for loot boxes to be considered gambling. So I was wanting to spend a couple of minutes on this and see what people thought about loot boxes being gambling. So TJ, what do you think? Gambling or not?
Yes and no.
Yes and no?
Yeah, because I mean, you have games like Overwatch where any game where you're paying real money for loot boxes, then yes. But at the same time, you can do that in Overwatch, but you're not really getting anything that's going to change the game. But it's
Benefit
still
you.
It's still the same concept though, because you're still paying real money, hoping to get a limited item like the event skins and well, that's really it. But
Yeah,
but at the same time, then you have games like Rocket League, which do it okay because all the cars in there are basically cosmetic. I mean, there's slight differences, but they're not that big a deal. Because all the main cars, they use all the same hitboxes. Like, you know, you get a special car, it uses the same hitbox as the one it's based off of. You used to get those in loot boxes, and at the same time, you get those crates, championship crates, or whatever crates they want to call it, and you have to buy a key. And so yeah, I think it is gambling on a less lucrative level. Because let's take PUBG for example. Say you open up a crate, you get a tracksuit. Tracksuits, I don't know how much they're worth, but you get your money out of them. You make money off of those.
Quite
easy.
a bit from what I heard.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the range of $20.
Yeah.
What about you, Michael? Gambling or not?
I don't know. That's a toughie. I think I just stand by my statement. Is if it's pay to win, if it's going to benefit you in any way in the game, like give you more attack power or speed or something like that, then yeah. But if it's just cosmetic, if it's just something that's just for looks, I mean, I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah. I know I'm the same way. It's just I feel like with you know CS:GO or PUBG where you can sell the things you get out of those crates on the market.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Then
Yeah.
it becomes gambling Because now you're getting something that you can turn in for monetary gain.
Yeah, that is 100% my feelings behind it is if you can sell your item that you get, doesn't matter of any type, then it becomes gambling.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
There's no mistake about it because you are paying for that chance to get that big ticket item.
Yep. Like in all the Steam Marketplace with the TF2 items and CSGO items and all that. Yeah,
the hat economy is booming.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it is. I mean, they still have an economist on staff for
that's
that
so
sort
weird.
of stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, people like
Hats.
hats.
I guess.
I guess that's going to be the tagline this week. We like hats.
We don't like hats.
We don't like hats. We don't like loot boxes.
No, we don't.
Brownie face.
I'm that way. Like when I open up, if I get a box in PUBG and I open it up, I'm like, please be a skirt so I can make $30. So I can buy another game so I don't have to play the stressful ass game. Actually, I would totally wear that skirt in game.
You still got to wear heels.
You have to buy the heels.
I know. We need to size you for heels. That's one of the things we need to do this weekend.
I'm a 10.5.
10.5 in male shoe.
Yeah, wide.
10.5 wide. All right. I don't know how many pumps we can find that are wide, but we'll do it and we'll get you there.
Hey, no offense to fat girls, but I'm sure they've paved the way for that market.
Thanks for that, TJ.
I aim to stir the pot.
Oh, man. All right. So, what else is in the news this week, TJ?
Oh, let's see. IGN bought Humble Bundle. Humble
Bumble.
IGN bought Humble Bundle last week or the week before.
I believe it was this week is when it came out.
Yeah, this week. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knew IGN could buy Humble Bundle?
IGN's a pretty big company.
Who knew Humble Bundle was for sale?
Every company is for sale.
I guess.
I haven't seen how much they bought it for.
I haven't heard either, but wow.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy. Just out of nowhere.
IGN.com/Humble Bundle now.
Is it really?
I don't know, but I would assume.
Well, I think they're going to keep the same domain. That and do. Yeah.
I can tell you what's a big piece of news right now.
Yeah,
let's go. Go.
Everybody talking about how EA is making nothing but online games. No single player games, no story driven games, nothing but multiplayer experiences.
Yeah, with them shutting down Visceral this week.
Yeah, the recent shutdown of Visceral, yeah.
That is perfect because that rolls into a topic that I was wanting to talk about is the single player Star Wars game being canceled, or they're going to reuse their assets more towards a game that meets the market today.
Which mind you, this game is not slated until like 2019.
Yeah. So
the market is going to change by then. We're probably going to roll back into more story-driven single-player games.
No, they're going to turn it in. They're going to turn this into a multiplayer shooter.
Yeah, they're too little, too late.
A Destiny.
Player games are fine, but don't just completely alienate single-player audiences.
Yeah. Well, EA, not to defend them, but they.
I mean to offend them.
No, I don't care if I offend them. I mean not to defend them.
Yes, we will offend.
I understand because they're such a huge company that making a good quality game that just breaks even. Like say you have a single player game that people buy once and they play it, and then you're done. You put in 40 hours, boom, finish the campaign, nothing more to it. Done, put it away. That game is no longer generating money for them. But if they make another game like, Battlefield or Battlefront or any kind of online shooter, that game will constantly be generating income as long as it doesn't suck. So I don't blame them. I think it sucks. And we lose if a lot of these companies like EA or Activision and all the big companies that make these really solid AAA single player campaign type of story games stop making them, then it's going to fall back onto the lower or the smaller companies and indie developers to kind of fill that gap, and it's not going to be quite as good because we're not going to get games like Grand Theft Auto, Uncharted, stuff like that.
Okay, well, here's a question. Do we really need AAA titles anymore?
Yes and no. Do we need big blockbuster films? Yes and no.
I don't know if we really need AAA titles where billions of dollars are spent on one game.
Do we? No, but I think it really, like, take Tomb Raider, for example. The new remakes of Tomb Raider are really, really, really great games.
They are?
I think. The first one was. I haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider.
It was good. It needed more rating of tombs.
It did. But I think
it also didn't need as many quick time events.
Yeah. But they were so gruesome, and I felt like they needed to be there.
Yeah, in the first one, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
That's why I bought the first one, because I want to see Lara Croft's head on a pike.
That's weird.
And I got to see it. Hey, when she was floating down a river and she got her head smashed in with a stick, I was on board for the game. I was like, oh, that hurt so much. I have to buy this now.
It was super gory.
They cut it back in the second version.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, I'm of two minds. Do we really need AAA single-player titles, but at the same time, we're going to get stuck with shitty games like Worm Unlimited if we don't?
I don't think so. I think we still got it. What do you think, Michael?
I'll get back to you on that. Hold
on. Sounds like we got some Rugrat issues in the background.
Yeah.
Fun. Kids are lovely.
But yeah, that's my take on big titles. I think them shutting down is a terrible idea. But I'm playing devil's advocate here. For them to them, this is a business, not so much as a passion, as you're gonna have for like small companies or small developers. Like the developers Cuphead made an awesome game, but I don't know.
Well,
for EA to do it, it wouldn't have been that much of a success. Even if it was a success, they probably would have dumped in untold amount of money and probably still just barely broke even on it. Whereas for like an indie developer, they actually...
if they had made Cuphead?
Yeah.
There'd probably be loot boxes in it.
Parry the yellow or the pink item for a loot box chance.
Oh my god. At least pairing would have a point.
Hey. hey. We fought the cash register guy. That's where the loot boxes would have come out in the game. Oh my god.
I guess upon first thought, I don't feel like AAA titles would be really needed anymore. Just because of how big the indie department has become.
Yeah. But at the same time,
good they are.
They are good, but like for example, Dragon Age, one of my favorite games. I don't think any indie developer is going to be able to create a game that's going to compare to that. It's just
I disagree.
Well, I mean, like who?
I don't know who. I'm just saying. I guarantee you, some indie developer could come along.
There's so many assets. I mean, the graphic design is really great. The environments, the voice acting, the story, all of it was just super huge. It's such a huge game.
Here's my take on this. Do you need such a huge game?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because games aren't as hard as they used to be.
But you can have a 20-hour game and it still be a good game, and that's it. And it be made by an indie developer.
Yeah, and there are plenty of those games. But here's the thing. They want you to keep playing that game. If it's only a 20-hour game, then it's not going to generate any more income for them.
True.
They want you to keep playing a game. That's why you have these huge games like The Witcher and Grand Theft Auto, Dragon Age, Mass Effect. They're all these super big, 100+ hour games. Even though, I mean, not counting Grand Theft Auto Online, that you play these games for 100 hours, but you're still not really dumping any more money into them. I mean, you can, the DLC and all that shit. But I think big, huge games are necessary. But when they come out like Shadow of War, not counting loot boxes, I heard the story mode is just awful. But the gameplay is fun, and that's about it. All it's got going for it. So sometimes yes, sometimes no. What were you gonna say, Michael?
I was gonna say. Hold on, kind of lost my train of thought for a second. Shit, I don't remember.
Games are bad. Games are good.
Big games are
good.
bad.
Games are bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school or something. I don't feel like. I don't see the problem with making a single player game, 20-hour game that's once it's done, it's done. Because you'll go back. People will buy that as like the generations go on. I don't know. Whatever.
It has to be really, really good though. Because it'd be a 20-hour game, there's plenty of really good 20-hour games I've played that were just like, you sit it down, you're like, that was badass. And then you feel happy. Like, I don't know, I was going to give an example, but I can't think of any. Ever
since games started having episodic adventures or DLC and stuff, I've felt it's been kind of greedy. Like,
yeah,
they're getting kind of greedy with this one game. I don't know, that's just my thoughts on it.
Well, some game like Fallout does it really well. Their DLC, I've enjoyed a lot because I feel like it's really good and not overly greedy, but at the same time, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Here, buy this game for $60. Oh, also buy the season pass for $80, which will have all future DLCs, and then they release like 2 DLCs, and you're like, wow, that was $80 worth of
Destiny pack.
Yeah. That's one thing I've never liked. Like Forza, I want to say it was 5 had was the first one season pass, or maybe it was 4. But either way,
I guess there's a good example in both ways. It's just
but like I was saying, Forza, they did a really nice season pass where you pretty much got everything that came out. And they came out with like 200 more cars, so it was really nice just having all that shit. Yeah. But yeah, at the same time, you pay a whole nother game's worth for a season pass, and you get 1 or 2 more DLC, and then they stop developing the game.
Yeah, I'm kind of one of those people that's kind of tired of DLC now. Anyway, I mean, now that Nintendo is getting like, oh well, we've got to put DLC in games.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of at a point like, well, if Nintendo's starting to do this, I really don't want DLC. I mean, I bought the Breath of the Wild DLC because I was so enamored with Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
But I really hope they don't make DLC for Odyssey.
Oh, they're totally going to.
No, I don't want that. I want my story complete when it comes to Mario and Zelda games.
Having a complete, the full game is fine. A DLC to me is okay if it adds more to the game. Say they come up with like, here's a whole new area. It's a good another 5-10 hours of content. Enjoy that.
Yeah, but okay, let's do Shadow of War for instance. In this case, they're locking the true ending behind DLC, I think.
No,
or is it?
It's people are saying that. To get to the act.
Oh, you got to buy the crap.
The loot boxes. You need legendary and epics, but that's not necessarily true. It's just it's hard to get past that because you need higher level orcs and shit to get past those things to get into Act 4. So while buying loot boxes and getting those epic and legendary orcs would make that easier, it's still possible to do it without them.
Very hard.
Yeah, I haven't played the game though, so I'm not knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable.
I just read about. I read an article about it.
That's what most of us have.
Yeah.
So single player games, we're losing out on.
We need more DLC and more loot boxes.
We don't need more DLC and more loot boxes.
I want DLC where I just download loot boxes.
We just need you want DLC loot boxes. Download this DLC to give you the opportunity to buy loot boxes.
Or you have to buy loot boxes and occasionally you'll come across the DLC. Oh, thank God, there it is.
Coming soon.
Loot box DLC.
So that's EA and Star Wars and Visceral. It's probably going to be turned into a shooter.
Yeah.
Star Wars shooter.
Oh, good. Because if only they'd come out with a good one. I believe they had the opportunity, and I just don't. I don't know if they'll ever do it.
Probably not.
They could come up with like a some kind of front of a battle.
Yeah.
And then just put some good shit in there. But,
with like some AT-ATs and ATSTs.
That would make super cool. I can't imagine how that would be terrible.
I know.
It's almost as if they've done that before and it sucked.
It's like you get stormtroopers and run out there. And
to be fair, the Battlefront, the remake, not the original, was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's just it didn't hold me like the original Battlefront did. Because that one was it was so good.
Yeah, Battlefront was a great game.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this week. South Park.
Yeah.
The Fractured Butthole released.
I thought it was already out.
It did. It's out. Out this week.
Yeah.
It came out this week.
I heard about it so long ago that I assumed it was already out.
So it is getting rave reviews.
Yeah.
It is another good South Park game.
I've heard mixed. I've heard mixed reviews. Yeah,
I've heard nothing but people praising it. Like, hey, it's another South Park game. They did a great job. So you seem to have heard a little bit different. Okay, tell me what you've heard.
I mean, hold on. What was that I heard? I know there was a couple of, mostly just in the Discord chats that I'm part of, people saying it's a South Park game. Another one that's just kind of it's the same thing. Nothing new.
I could see that be the case, but what's wrong with ruining what was good last time too?
Right.
I agree.
It's almost like a continuation of the story. So
I haven't played it myself, so I can't really make an opinion on it. So
it is.
That's just what I heard.
I was gonna say it is literally a continuation of the last game. I mean, they are still playing wizards and warriors with the stick of truth at the beginning of the game. And then Cartman comes in dressed as the Coon and goes, I'm the Coon. We got to go play superheroes. This game sucks now. And then everything changes over, which is kind of funny.
That's what I really need to play those games.
Have you not played
I didn't play
Stick of Truth?
No.
Oh my god!
The last South Park game I played was
for the 64.
64, yeah.
Oh lord!
Yeah.
Holy crap!
That was a great game, by the way.
That was a terrible game.
It was fucking great. Don't you dare!
Terrible.
I'll throw this microphone at you.
Throw that microphone at me. All those old Star Wars games. Look at me. All those old South Park games are horrible.
No, they were
Stick of Truth was the first one that was good.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I bet hold on. I just want to look up Rotten Tomatoes. Wait, does Rotten Tomatoes do good?
No, they don't do. Rotten Tomatoes does not do video games.
Well, whatever. They should. Somebody should.
But Stick of Truth, it felt like a South Park episode. And if you're a big fan of South Park, then that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not the biggest fan of South Park in the world.
Yeah, I'm the same. I enjoyed the show,
But Stick of Truth felt like I was playing an episode of South Park.
that's cool. I should pick it up.
Michael, you ever play Stick of Truth?
I did, and it was great.
Fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's linear, it's story driven. The combat wasn't hard.
Single player,
but it
doesn't have loot boxes.
Yeah, single player, no loot boxes, no DLC. It was the everything that you wanted. And then now here comes the Fractured Butthole. And I have to make sure I put emphasis on
space
the
hole.
space between them.
I feel like I'm playing Dark Souls. There's so many messages in that are just tri-tongue butthole. Anyway,
so I'm excited. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I have watched reviews. I've watched Let's Plays of it right now. I enjoyed the first game, Stick of Truth, so I may partake in South Park, but it may be a little bit later, mainly because I am going to dedicate my life to Odyssey when it comes out this weekend, but it's neither here nor there.
What's it being released for? Is it PC?
It is for the PlayStation 4 and I don't think it's out on. I don't believe it's coming out on the PC.
Well, that's stupid. How will I play it?
I don't know.
South Park Fractured But Whole is on Steam.
Oh, cool.
It is on Steam?
Yes.
Oh, good.
You can buy it for $60, or you can buy the gold version for $90.
Woo! Here we go, DLC.
Motherfuckers.
Yep, it has a season pass as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Look at you over here, stroking Matt and Trey Parker's.
Hey.
Matt Stone.
The first one
Yeah.
didn't, as far as I remember, didn't have that crap.
Yeah.
But everybody's going to have to make something off of it now because, God, can't have a game without fucking DLC.
Yeah.
Actually, it does say on Steam, mixed reviews.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Critical reviews are overwhelmingly positive, stating that it's superior to Stick of Truth, but I couldn't disagree more. That is very disappointing.
Oh.
It's basically saying everything's dull about it.
Well,
all right. I mean, that's just, opinions. I'm sure we'll love it.
Yeah. You know what they say about opinions. Everybody has a fractured butthole, just like opinions.
Everyone has opinions. They're just wrong.
Your opinions don't matter here. Ours do. Ha ha.
Ha ha.
So, I will probably pick it up and play it later on. Just not right now. It's just, it doesn't fit into my schedule. There's too many other good things coming on. We're going to be playing. I mean, we're going to start a Destiny playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of that'll be taking up a lot of my life, especially with Odyssey.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to get on the Destiny train with this iteration of Destiny.
Now that all the console players are bored of it, we'll get to play.
Yeah,
I was thinking about doing it too.
I so wanted the original Destiny to be good. I was so excited about the original Destiny. When Bungie started talking about what they were going to do and how they were going to handle it, I was like, oh, things you're going to do are going to affect the world? I said, this is amazing. And it's going to play like Halo? Oh, I was so excited. And then they gave us crap.
Yeah.
I was sad.
Spore all over again.
Ain't that truth? Good Lord. You talk about a game right there. Freaking Spore. That was a pile of shit.
It wasn't that bad. It was just, it lacked so much.
It wasn't awful.
It lacked everything. Everything that game was supposed to promise.
They went full Peter Molyneux on us.
Peter Molyneux.
Molyneux, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Molyneux.
Molyneux. Meow meow.
Meow meow. Oh. Yeah, there's a guy who's a winner right there.
Yeah. Somehow he's fucking winner. He keeps making all these AAA games that are all half-assed. Everybody's like, well, you keep lying to everyone. You get everyone hyped up for no fucking reason.
Yeah. I mean, Fable 2.
And 3.
Well, no, Fable. I liked Fable 2.
Yeah.
Fable 2 was good. I played the shit out of Fable 2. Fable 3...
Which is still the only one that hasn't been released on PC, damn it.
Really?
Fable 2 is not on PC. It's only on the Xbox 360, which is really upsetting.
That's what I played it on.
Yeah. I want to play that again so badly because I loved Fable 2. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No. It's fine. It's reminiscing about Fable 2 right now anyway. I mean, you go find a hooker and...
Marry her.
Because
that's the right thing to do.
But she doesn't have any STDs, and then you go out and adventuring and come back, and then she has an STD, and then you have the STD.
I liked resurrecting that one chick from Fable 1 and marrying her. Like, there was this one chick from Fable 1 that you could resurrect and marry her.
I did not do that.
I think that was in Fable 2. Yeah, it was in Fable 2.
I don't remember Fable too much.
It was fun. I had a dog. I actually bought DLC in that game. Shame on me. Yeah, because there was some more areas that they added in was really cool. But I think if your dog died, you could resurrect your dog, but it was in this DLC area.
Oh, weird.
Yes. So my dog had died, and I was sad. So I resurrected my dog in the game. I was like, no, I want this dog back. Resurrect. There we go. I got my dog back. Everybody was win. Oh, everybody was win.
Everybody was win.
Oh, shit.
Everybody was win with their rememberies.
Yes. Everybody's rememberies were wins.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. TJ, what else do you got?
Dungeon 3 is out now.
Dungeon 3?
Dungeons 3, yes.
I'm so stoked.
It's What was that? What was it based off?
Dungeon Keeper.
Keeper.
Speaking of Peter Meow Meow,
Meow meow.
was his company was the one that created Dungeon Keeper.
Lionhead?
No, it wasn't Lionhead.
It was before Lionhead?
I think it was before Lionhead.
Way before Lionhead.
Yeah, this was way back in I think the late or early 90s.
Let's see.
Dungeon Keeper. The closest thing I can relate it to, Daniel, is Evil Genius.
Yeah, kind of like Evil Genius and Overlord. Kind of jamming them together.
Yeah, we were talking about TJ. We were talking about Dungeons 2 not too long ago because we were discussing doing a play in it.
Yeah, I was wanting to get a play because Dungeon 3 had been announced then, and I wanted to get that because it has more RTS elements than Dungeons or Dungeons 2.
So maybe we have to do Dungeon 3 then.
Yeah.
Did I send you that link whenever Dungeons 2 was free?
You may have. Yeah, you did, but I already owned it.
That's where you got it, probably.
Yeah. Actually, I already owned it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Dungeon Keeper was developed by Bullfrog Productions.
Yeah,
that's
released
right.
by EA.
Yeah. And it was a fun game. EA is actually Dungeon Keeper was free on Origins a while back, and I picked it up and I played it on there, and I was like, "Oh, I remember this game. It's so much fun." And then I found when you had told me Dungeons 2 was free on wherever on Humble Bundle. I had I'd got it, and it said I couldn't buy it because it was already in my library, and I was like, oh, weird. So I installed it and played it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is so good.
IGN Humble Bundle.
Yeah. But yeah, so super stoked about that. Which I'll probably after this I'll probably play that.
Dungeons 3. Okay, well,
just because I want to play it.
Okay.
Also, Star Ocean: The Last Hope, the one that came out for 360, is getting a remaster for PS4 and PC.
Star Ocean. I never played the Star Ocean series.
I did.
The one I loved the most was Star Ocean 2.
Yeah,
on
second story.
PlayStation. Yeah, second story.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
the one I played.
The last one I played was Star Ocean 3 Till the End of Time on PS2, and I didn't play anymore after that.
Yeah.
I never played any, so yay!
It's really good. It's like Final Fantasy, but not.
It's like Final Fantasy, but not.
That's same JRPG.
Gerbs.
It's one of the first RPGs that actually blew me away because, like, there was this character that I wanted to accept in my team, but I accidentally selected the wrong thing, like, and left him at home. This character at home. It was in second story, and I was like, oh crap, maybe I can come back and get him later. And then I went further into the story, and the planet exploded. And I was like, shit! I was like, he's gone!
Well, no coming back now.
Yeah.
So I actually restarted my game. I deleted my save on my memory card, remember those?
I still
went back and played it over.
It's like a Wreath, except Phoenix Downs don't work.
Yeah. But yeah, second story was the one I played, and I liked it the most. My buddy, he was playing it, and he had the strategy guide, and back then, you get the strategy guide, and I would just take that to school with me and just read through everything just about the game, because I couldn't play it at the time. And I remember it was one of the girls, and she had like tons of gear on her, and on her hip was a PlayStation controller, and I was like, that's so cool. That's my most vivid memory of that game.
It's like, that's so meta.
That's super meta.
Speaking of strategy guides, I have one interesting thing I want to bring up that, like, just something that I thought of when you mentioned that. Do you remember, Daniel, getting the Final Fantasy IX strategy guide when it came out? Or was that me that got it? I think I was the one that got it.
I was to say, I think you bought it.
Okay, I had it whenever Final Fantasy IX came out. And I was so excited, and it was like the new thing at the time when the Final Fantasy IX strategy guide came out, is to use it along with the online feature. And it was playonline.com. And
Lord.
As you read the strategy guide, it's like, to get full info on what this boss drops and how to defeat him, type in this code on playonline.com.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you in the strategy guide. You have to go find out online. And now, if you try to do that, that website no longer works.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah. By the way, Play Online has been absorbed into Final Fantasy's other online services for Final Fantasy 14.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I recently tried to go back and look for my Play Online account because I had thought about trying to launch Final Fantasy 11 again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you telling me. So I wanted to see what Final Fantasy 11 was because I remember I left a level 8 Black Mage before I quit the game.
Yeah.
In the city. So I had gotten that far and I was like, I'm done. But I was bored one day. I was like, well, I got $15 to burn. Let me go watch Final Fantasy 11 right quick.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, really. I couldn't, but spoiler, I could not find my Final Fantasy 11 account.
Lame.
It's long gone.
That sucks.
It still has my CD key registered, but I can't get any information regarding it. So I was like, whatever, I don't give a shit anymore.
I did get some good fun out of Final Fantasy 11 and stuff, but the only other good thing that I remember getting out of Play Online is whenever I first signed up when Final Fantasy 9 came out, is they sent me a little VV plush, and I still have him.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
He's still back up there. He's awesome. I was like, this is the most awesome thing.
Tell you what, I played quite a bit of Final Fantasy 14 not too terribly long ago, and not bad at all.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I recently played it myself just to try it out because I got the 30 free days or whatever. Mm-hmm. Even though I guess it's free now until you're level 30 or something like that.
Is it? But, because I had to pay.
That's what I heard. That people were telling me that it's free until you're level 30, but my thing won't let me log in because it said your 30 free days are up. I'm like, okay. Because I got. Yeah, I played it. Sorry, I was just going to say I played it because I had the 30 free days, and I actually really enjoyed the heck out of that game. I guess mostly because they got rid of the team aspect. You can actually solo the game, and I like that. I
have an issue with that because when I played, it was requiring me to put a team together for the story to do one of those stupid trials.
Like some of the dungeons.
Yeah, it was like, hey, the actual story was like, you need to go to this dungeon and play this dungeon. Oh, by the way, you need 4 other people. I'm like, I don't know 4 other people.
Well,
that's when you start shouting, looking for team for such and such.
No, I hate pickup teams.
I don't know how long ago you played, but like whenever I was playing, it allowed me to just queue up, and it put me with 3 other random players.
See, that's the thing is I could have done that too, but I hate other people, so I didn't want to do that.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to play by myself.
It was a multiplayer game. I need solo missions.
I get you.
Hey,
I did that.
Hey, now, come on.
I feel
we all played City of Heroes, and you could solo the shit out of City of Heroes.
Until they nerfed the freaking fire tanks.
So much.
They nerfed everybody.
Yeah, but fire tanks were so OP. Like, you could just control everything. And then they're like, no, everyone's fire tank. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah. It's sad to see it go. But it got a little weird at the end, so it is what it is.
I think I quit at the right time.
I probably should have held on a little bit longer.
EM hold torch.
Slash dance.
Slash EM dance.
Slash EM dance. I had everything binded, so it didn't matter.
I still remember TJ's favorite dance in that City of Heroes game.
It was the swinging arms.
The swinging arms crazy dance where they're like, whoa!
We have a long history with City of Heroes.
Yeah, well, we played that game for like years.
Yeah, I even wrote an article about City of Heroes.
That's still in a
newspaper.
It's still on my computer.
I still have it. It's actually, if people who are watching the podcast instead of listening, I will tell you right now, I am pointing to my right. On the video, it looks like I'm pointing to my left. But right in there is actually a newspaper where I had wrote an article about City of Heroes. And it got published.
Yeah.
So, yay.
I remember that article.
I still have it. And it's one of the things that I keep in an envelope to make sure so I could say I'm a published author.
There you go. I'm a published journalist.
Look at me. I'm video game journalist Daniel.
Yeah.
I got an article in the newspaper.
It's more than most of us can say.
It's true. It's my little feather in my hat.
Yeah.
So. That was wonderful. Moving on. Here's my hot button item for the week.
Oh yeah, you've been waiting for this one.
Oh, I saved it for my last hot button item. Okay, so recently Activision was granted a patent. This patent was for a microtransaction engine where they would place a marquee player who has like high-end guns, high-end equipment, that sort of thing, in matches with junior players, what they refer to as junior players, people who didn't have all this DLC crap. So the junior player would see the marquee player kick ass with his weaponry.
Yeah.
Okay? Then, at the end of the matches, what this would do was go to the junior player and say, okay, junior player, you saw the marquee player with all his stuff there. Here's an opportunity to buy it all.
Yeah.
Then junior player would go, yes, I will buy all that shit. And here's the absolutely disgusting part to this that just drives me batshit crazy. Then they would take that junior player and put him in a match-made game where all his purchases that he would make are way, way, way more effective against his opponents.
Oh, wow, that's shitty.
Yeah, tell me.
That's literally the embodiment of pay to win.
Yeah, it's 100%.
That's so fucked up.
And that's the whole reason behind this patent is so now junior player gets to feel like a badass and feels like his purchase was really good.
Yeah.
And not only that, he becomes the marquee player for a new junior player.
Yeah. Oh, that's so shitty. I read about that article. I'm really hoping they don't do anything with it.
Destiny, the developers, Bungie, came out and said, that shit ain't in our game.
Yeah.
And they did the right thing by doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
By saying it's not in there, but...
let me just shout out PC Gamer for their full screen ads. Fuck right off.
Can you imagine games with that built in? TJ, while you're looking something up, Michael, what do you think about that, man?
That sounds awful. Like just absolutely. Like it sounds almost as if like they're just releasing a trainer right then and there for someone, like an illegal trainer for some person to use in their game, but legally.
It's so disgusting. I mean, okay, my wife and I had a conversation about this. We were on two sides of the fence here, okay? I said, as a consumer, this is total bullshit. I said, I don't want this in my game. I said, this makes me sick. My wife said, as a developer, I love this because it is so incredibly smart to do this because it drives your revenue. I got to agree with her on that.
Yeah, I don't disagree either.
As a developer, this is the dream.
Yeah.
You are putting yourself and your buy items because I believe here recently I've heard like some stats saying that 90% of a lot of 90% of purchases are coming from like 2 to 3% of the player base, but a lot of the revenue, like most of it, maybe up to 90%, is coming off of microtransactions for these games. Yeah. So it's great for the developer, but God, as a player, this is disgusting.
Yeah. Well, generally, shitty business practices do well for the bottom line.
It's true.
I totally don't agree with it. I think it's shitty, but from a business standpoint, I can see why they'd want to do that.
It's just frightening, Michael. I mean, could you imagine having to play? Okay, let's do this. Let's say Okay, could you imagine having to play Mario Odyssey and have some sort of feature like this in it, where you playing with multiplayer people? Somehow Mario Odyssey has a multiplayer game where you got to collect red coins, but son of a bitch in the game next to you has faster boots or something.
Yeah.
That would be awful.
He bought the Tanuki skin.
Yeah, he bought the Tanuki suit, so therefore he can fly.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it would. I would feel like that. I'm done. I'm not playing this game anymore.
And that's the thing people got to remember, and it's said in a lot of places. Developers listen with money. So if we're not buying their games, or we're not buying their loot crates, then they're going to realize that's not going to work. So they'll have to revamp that aspect. I mean, like we've said, loot crates work in certain games, certain aspects, but if they're pay to win, then they're not going to. Nobody's going to like it. There are going to be people who buy it though, and that's the thing. Like what gamers like us have to struggle against is those other players that are just paying to win.
The whales.
Not even whales, just shitty kids who suck at the game. So they're like, oh well, then if I buy the super elite gun pack over here, where I can run around with an AWM all the time, easy peasy. But then we're over here, we're playing the game to get that sense of progression, that sense of climbing up to the top, rather than buying entry to the top. Mm. So yeah, fuck them.
Now, I will say this on Activision's behalf here. They did say that, one, this was an exploratory patent, and two, that it had not been implemented in any games that have been released recently. Yeah. Now, that doesn't mean that won't happen going forward. So,
I think it's just a bad time. I don't think they'll do it because there's such a big backlash with DLC and loot boxes and pay to win that I just don't think they'll do it.
It's scary.
I think it'd be a bad PR move on them.
Perhaps so.
It's probably a bad PR move to even have that right now.
It's a bad PR move to have that discovered. That's for sure. Holy shit! I had to stop and think about it. I was like, I'm fixing to buy Destiny 2.
Yeah, not the best time for that to come out.
Not at all.
What do you think, Michael? I keep steamrolling over you.
No. Sorry, it's kind of hard to understand sometimes because you guys keep cutting in and out.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Oh, yes, the lovely internet. Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Which, next time you just need to come down here.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can be in studio, and then we can do this in studio.
It's only a 6-hour drive.
Only, yeah.
Just pop down for a weekend. Hey.
I'll have to do that.
We're still referring to the wonderful, wonderful thing of the Activision patent, and just wanted to see if you wanted to elaborate more on your opinion.
No, I mean, you guys pretty much explained mostly my thoughts on it as well, so I really have nothing else interesting to add.
So we're all in agreement. This is absolutely disgusting. And I know I will be sure to boycott any game that has this bullshit in it. Absolutely. Because I hate this shit.
Unless it's Overwatch, and then I'll still be there. I'm sorry, I can't stop playing that fucking game.
Overwatch is a great game.
It's an okay game.
It's a great game if it were a single player game.
And they got free-for-all mode, so it's fun now.
Oh my goodness. So that was my hot scorcher of a button thing to talk about this week. Yeah. TJ, did you have anything more?
No, I didn't have anything like pressing. Nothing really. Just a couple announcements. Like Twitch is basically making their road to a partnership easier to figure out.
That's good.
Yeah, so they're going to be giving people basically like an achievements, like you hit these certain goals, and that'll get you to affiliate, and then hit these goals that'll get you to partner. Basically, making it easier to figure out what you need to do to get to partner status. And a couple other things they're doing. Now you can gift, or you'll be able to gift subscriptions to channels.
Oh,
so say your friend's like, I really love this dude, but I can't afford $5. So then you're like, oh well, here you go, dude, a gift for you. And there's something else too, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, their battle with Discord, trying to compete with Discord. They're adding channel specific, like how Discord you can put in this channel's for movies, this channel's for games, this channel's for Overwatch, stuff like that.
So their chat, they're basically trying to refine their chat system.
Yeah, topic-specific chat.
Yeah, but where are you going to spam all your...
I think they have a like a client, don't they, Skid?
I didn't hear a single thing you said.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Okay.
I think they have a client.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, we're discussing Twitch and their implementation of some of their new features for their chat, where you can make it chat-specific things like if you want to talk about movies, you talk about in this channel. If you want to talk about games, you talk in this channel.
Kind of their competition with Discord.
Yeah.
I mean, if they want to do that, that's fine. I mean, there will be people that use it, but I mean, I don't know. I'm really happy with Discord right now.
Yeah, I mean, I get that they want to push Discord out, but I think Discord is already too entrenched to just be pushed out that easily.
Yeah, agreed.
And really, that's all I had. Also, Cuphead broke 1 million copies sold. It went platinum.
Way to go, Cuphead.
Yeah, for 2 developers, that's crazy.
That game is so damn hard.
It's super hard.
God damn it. Cuphead will also be coming out. We have a video in Cuphead that will be coming out. I'm hoping I will post this on the 29th or 27th. So
next weekend.
Next weekend as well.
Yeah.
We might have a nice full weekend of videos.
Yeah.
For Halloween.
Be a good time.
So I guess really that's kind of all we've got. Okay, Michael, how about you, man? You got anything super interesting that you want to talk about? Anything hot? Anything that's button pressing for you?
Nothing that I can really think of.
Okay, yeah, it's fine if you've got nothing. You want to talk about UberQuest right quick?
Yeah, pimp your shit.
Sure. Yeah. Anybody who's interested, me and my wife work on a webcomic called UberQuest. It's an ongoing webcomic. Right now, it's kind of slowed down because we've been really busy working on Kickstarter stuff. We had our second book, Kickstarter.
A successful second Kickstarter.
Yeah,
Congratulations, by the
we had
way.
we had a successful second Kickstarter, and it's been very taxing on us. We've been trying to get everything done for it.
I've seen some of your tweets and
Yeah.
some of Jessica's tweets, and I've been like,
it's pretty crazy. But other than that, yeah, check it out. It's uberquest.net, and you can read it. It's free to read online. We have books. We're going to different conventions around the U.S. and selling them, and merchandise and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun. It's an adventure fantasy comic.
I'm looking forward to my hardback copy coming soon.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to my body pillow.
We made sure with our volume 2. We made sure with our volume 2 to not make any softback copies because that was just a bad idea in general with our first printing. But you live, you learn.
Yep.
I tell you what, there's something about a hardback book. It's just so nice.
Yeah.
It is very nice. But yeah, we got those. We'll try to get that shipped to you as soon as they come in. Actually, we should have some. We already sent the stuff out to be printed. They're being printed right now. We should have some copies being expedited and sent to us by November 20th is what they told us.
Hot dog, look at there.
We should have our first 100 copies.
So,
and then the other 900 are coming in after later.
Oh boy. So what are you looking for? Halfway through next year, summer next year, just shipping everything?
Maybe sooner, probably sooner. It's just shipping as well is just it costs so much, and it's gonna be coming out of our pocket again because we didn't do our math correct.
that's the way it goes. You're like, it'll only cost us this much, and you're like,
it's gonna be awful.
Cost twice that.
Yeah, we ended up making too much other merchandise and stuff, but that's fine. It'll all get sent out eventually.
Cool.
But yeah, that's anybody who's interested, go check that out. If you're interested in games, you can always check out my my Twitch or my YouTube. I have lots of Let's Plays. I have over 50 Let's Plays on my channel complete, and
big ones too.
Big ones, yeah. And I'm also streaming to Twitch semi-regularly. I don't really have a schedule set, but I've been streaming. Like I said, I've been streaming the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past randomized.
Yeah.
lately, and I haven't finished that yet. So.
And that's Skidddog, yeah.
Yeah, it's twitch.tv/Skidddog all together. SKIDDDOG.
There you go.
Yeah, it's 3 Ds. Skid, SKIDD, dog, DOG. So there you go. All right, cool. Hopefully I see you guys there.
Very cool.
Hopefully so. I mean, scheduling is just like you said. Scheduling is incredibly difficult, and it's kind of even for us. It's incredibly hard to make sure we can actually have something come out on the weekends.
Yeah.
So we're definitely looking forward to your release of your books and hopefully be able to catch up on your series, especially that randomized Zelda. It's a lot more random than I thought it was going to be.
It is.
So one last thing before we finish off this week. Last week we put out a call to people for if they were interested in seeing or communicating with us this week for the BitCast. And I don't believe anything has come in. I will do one.
Bitch.
I know. I will do one last quick check just to see if anything has come in. It doesn't look like it, but that's okay. If you do want to contact us and speak with the people, also our special guests that happen to be here, you can send your emails to bitcast, BITCAST at VGBits.com. Guess what? It is a live email address, and I will read them. And then we will read all your grammatical errors on air as well.
We'll judge you so harshly.
So bad. And then say, yes, we would make the same mistakes too.
I'm perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure.
I have autocorrect on everything.
So look forward to that in the future. Hopefully we'll get some messages. Hopefully we'll be able to interact with people. It's one of the things that I enjoy and one of the things that we used to enjoy. So
yeah.
So since there's nothing this week, I guess that's going to be it for the BitCast. We are coming in a little bit under from normal, but it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Hardware upgrades. Last week one last thing before we go, because
almost made it.
Almost made it. This is my fault.
It's okay.
I had to return the mixer for the upgrade for the channel.
Yeah.
It was broken. Sad face.
It was big and it had red. It was sexy. It was very sexy.
Candy red, man.
Yeah.
Its USB out does not work. So good news, everybody. I have acquired a new mixer. It will be here on Tuesday. So look for the audio quality to significantly get better.
Probably. Or it turned out we were perfect all along. Turned out. Yeah, I don't know. I use past tense.
Well, that's okay.
We're in the past now.
We are the past.
We're a future.
We are the future?
We are done.
We are?
We are.
Euthanasia?
Killing puppies. Sad face.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is going to be it for the BitCast. Michael, thank you so much for joining us this week, especially on short notice.
My pleasure.
We will have to do this again in the future.
Yes, agreed.
I know we'll be doing it next week, probably.
Yep. Next week we will be having an episode, so look forward to the special Halloween episode.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we will do a Halloween-themed podcast as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks again, everybody.
Bye.
And good night.